Hi dear students, this is our third part of this video. Yes, in the previous two videos I have uploaded on our channel. Here in these two videos we have finished this. See, this is the Vedic civilization. In first video we have finished the first page, and in the second video, for your better understanding, we have finished this second page and this 4.3 point. And here in this third video we are going to understand this do you know from do you know. Yes, horsepower is a unit of measuring power. See, this is they have given extra information. This horsepower is the unit of measuring power, the rate at which work is done by an engine. See, the rate at which work is done by an engine. It is the picture. In this period, apart from agriculture and animal husbandry, several outdoor occupations had also flourished. Here we have understood the agriculture, it was the main occupation, as well as so many different occupations also were flourished. Artisans and people practicing various occupations were an important part of the social life. Some artisans were there, they used to also practice their own occupations, and those were important for the social system. They formed independent organizations known as the Srinish or guilds, and they formed different independent organization. To it is called the Srinish or guilds. The head of the guild was known as Srishti. Srishti. See, the who was the head of this guild? To him, it's called the Srishti. However, slowly the status of skilled artisans becomes secondary, and those they were the skilled artisans, their status became the secondary in the society. During this period, there were four varnas: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. See, now this is very important. In that Vedic period, there were how many varnas? Four varnas. Which were those? Brahman varna was there, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. See, a varna was determined by occupations of the people, and this varna it was determined by how occupations of the people. In the later period, the varnas came to be determined on the basis of birth. First, it was determined by the occupations of the people. Afterward, it was determined by the basis of birth of the people. This gave rise to castes. See, and because of these determinations on the basis of birth, it rises of the caste. The caste system led to inequality in the society, and when this caste system was increased in the society, it's led to the inequality in the society. Now, during the Vedic period, certain notions about leading an ideal life had become well established. See, what had happened during the Vedic period? Certain notions about leading the ideal life had become well established. Some ideal life it was established in this period. There were four stages or four ashrams from birth to death. See, there were the stages or four ashrams of the birth to death. The first ashram was Brahmacharya ashram, or the period of staying with the Guru to learn from him. And what was the Brahmacharya ashram? It was that the people will stay with his Guru and learn from him. The next stage after the successful completions of Brahmacharya ashram was Grihastha ashram, and the next stage was the people those they were successful from the Brahmacharya ashram used to go in the Grihastha ashram. It was expected that during this period a man would carry out his duties towards his family and society with the help of his wife, And what was there? It was accepted. It was said that during this period a man, he would carry out his duty towards the family, means he should take care of his family, and he should improve himself with his help of with his wife. The third stage was vanaprastha. Yes, vanaprastha. It is what when a man was, come on the next page, when a man was accepted to detach himself from the household, retire to a solitary place that lead a very simple line. Some of the people, they would like to detach from their household. They don't like to live with their family. For them it was. The fourth stage was sannyasashram. Sannyasashram you may have heard about. At this stage, the conventions was to renounce all relations, lead life in order to understand the meaning of human life and not to stay in one place. And sannyasashram, what they used to do, they used to go separate, live separate without their family relations, family members, etc. Now next is religious ideas. See, here we are going to understand the religious ideas. In the religious ideas of the Vedic period, forces of nature such as the sun, wind, rain, lightning, storms and rivers were given the form of deities. See, even some of the people, they are believing it still now. The religious ideas of the Vedic period, it forces nature such as sun, wind, rain, lightning, storms and rivers. These were the deities. See, to sun, to moon, the rivers, storm, the people, they used to call the goddesses the deities. Vedic compositions pray them to become life-giving forces. And the Vedic compositions are there. They are praying to them to giving the life forces. The Vedic people put offering into the yajna fire to please them, and the Vedic people, they are having the yajna for pleasing those deities. Yes, this offering were called havi, and to offering it's called the havi. Yajna is the act of offering havi into fire. And what is the yajna that we have seen here is the picture of yajna. Initially, the yajna rites were simple. Later on, the rules of the yajna became harder and harder. See, the yajna, we have understood why it was given, and later on it's become the harder and harder. The importance of prestige went on increasing, and the priests were there. They were the importance of them, those they were increased. Understood, dear students? And here is the picture of yajna is given. Now here come on the next. People in the Vedic period had thought about how the natural phenomena appear, and those people were there in the Vedic period. They understood the natural phenomena. How does it occur? Means how wind come, how sun come. Yes, summer is followed by the rainy season, and rainy season is by winter. And these people, they understood the rainy seasons it's come after summer. Yes. Summer is followed by the rainy season, and the rainy season is after winter. It is given. This is a regular cycle in nature, and they understood this is the regular cycle of the nature. Yes, first is rainy, then winter, then summer. Understood? This cycle is nature, and the life cycle that moved with it were termed by the Vedic people as Rita. And the Vedic people, they have understood this cycle of the nature. The life of all living beings is a part of cycle in nature, and those we all are living beings, we are the part of this nature. Disturbance in the cycle of nature leads calamities, and any disturbance there in the cycle of nature, of course it will lead with any calamities. It was understood by the Vedic people. Everyone should be careful not to let it happen, and we should take care of our nature, that there will be not any calamities and it will disturb our life. Nobody should break the laws of nature, and we are living in the nature, we should not break the law of nature. It was believed that following these rules was to follow dharma, and it is in our dharma, we should follow it. It was said from the Vedic period. Yes. Now let's discuss what would be the causes that upset the cycle of nature. What do you students, what do you think? The human activities are, of course, when the human activities will be the disturb the nature, and there will be the calamities. What attempts can you make to avoid it? What will you know, what you can do to avoid these calamities? For example, what will you do for effective management of drinking water when there is scanty rainfall? See, if there is the scanty rainfall, what will you do for the drinking water? Now the 4.5 is political system, that we will see it here. Political system, just last part is remain. Yes, in the Vedic period, each village had a head known as Gramini. See, in the Vedic period, each village had what head? It was known as the Gramini. A group of villages formed in a Vish, and the group of villages were there in a Vish, whose head was called Vishpati. And in the Vish there is the group of villages, and the head of this Vish is called what? Vishpati. Several Vish formed a Jana, and the several wishes were were together, and to this wish were called Jana. Later, when the Jana settled into the specific region, it's come to known as the Janpad. Yes, and these Janas later on they used to settle in the specific region, and it's called the Janpad. Yes, the head of the Jan was known as the Nripa or Raja, king, and the Jana was there, and the head of this Jana was the Raja and Nripa. The main duties of the king were to protect the people. And what was the duty of the king? The king's duty was that he should protect the people of his kingdom, collect tax, can run the administrations efficiently. He should do his administrations efficiently. Now, in order to run the administration smoothly, the king appointed various officers. See, the king, he was the head of the Janas, and to run the administration smoothly, he used to appoint different officers. Purohit means priest, Senapati, army were officers of the special importance. Army was there. The officer who collect the taxes was known as Bagduk. Bagduk was there. Bhag means share. Bagduk, he was the taxes officer. The person who collect the king's shares of the produce of the Jana was called Bagduk. That we have understood here. There were 4 institutions who guided the king: Sabha, Samiti, Vidha and Jana. These were the 4 institutions who used to guide the king. Understood? Now this small parties remain. The people of the state participates in their working. See, the people, those they were in the state, they used to have participations in the working. Women too participated. Women were also used to participate in the working of the Sabha or Vidha. The Sabha consisted of senior citizens of the state, whereas the Samiti was general body of the people. See, what they have given, it's very important. The Sabha, it was consist of the senior citizens. All the senior citizens were there of the states. Yes, whereas the Samiti was general body, and the Samiti, it was the general body of the people for their Sabha. Later on, the Vedic thought, Smriti and Puranas were composed, and after that the later thoughts, Vedic thoughts of the Smriti and the Puranas were composed. After a period of time, the religious stream based on the Vedas, Smritis, Purana and local traditions came to known as Hinduism. Yes, Hinduism. Later on, what had happened? The streams based on the Vedas, Smritis, Puranas, local traditions, these came to known as Hinduism. Along with the Vedic streams, there were other religious trends which took different positions from the Vedic one regarding yajna rites and the Varna system. We will learn more about them in the next chapter. See, we have learned about here in the Vedic stream. There were other religious trends which took different positions from the Vedic one. Regarding yajnas, we have learned Varna system, yes, and more we are going to learn in the next video. Dear students, now here we have finished this lesson number 4. Soon I am going to upload the exercise. To get more videos, please subscribe our channel. Thank you.